The difficulties you feel in peeling away your possessions as you progress towards minimalism is not due to a lack of motivation. There are many factors that can impact your experience with decluttering, owning less, and maintaining a minimalist lifestyle. So, before we jump to conclusions and assume you're lacking motivation, there are a few other possibilities I like to explore first, starting with emotional friction. Fear, self doubt, guilt, feeling wasteful, both in terms of adding to our landfills and the money you've spent on your possessions over the years. These are the emotions that keep our hands cuffed behind our backs, making it very difficult to declutter. But these emotions are not going to be at the center of this conversation. Instead, I want to focus on something different. The fact that many of us care entirely too much about other people's opinions in regards to us practicing minimalism. A question I get asked pretty often about my personal journey is how have family and friends reacted to me living a minimalist life? And to be honest, their reactions have been positive and supportive. But I know your experience may be very different from mine, and if so, here's something to consider to help you navigate this. It's your life, not theirs. Here are the facts. Regardless of what you do in life and with your life, people are going to have an opinion about it. If I've learned anything the last few years as I've navigated this space personally with family and friends, is that other people's perspectives behind how to live and enjoy life is heavily influenced by how they grew up. And it's not your responsibility to force them to think and or accept anything different. The best thing you could do is lead by example. Answer questions when asked and communicate as much as possible, especially if you live together. Allow your actions to help open their eyes to the benefits of a minimalist lifestyle. At the end of the day, you can't fault them for something they don't know. So if you want to break through this roadblock, you have to develop the confidence to make your own decisions and never waver from them in the face of opinions or disagreement. Roadblock number 2, procrastination. You have all this stuff at home you want to declutter and get rid of. But to get that picture perfect lifestyle, the one you see on Pinterest or Google or the YouTubers you watch, it's going to take some time, maybe longer than you had hoped for. So you tell yourself, you know what? I'm just going to put it off because I don't know where to start. Comment below if that is remotely close to how you feel. See, many people do this because they're looking at the big picture near the end of the road. The clutter-free home, the simplistic lifestyle, the peace and control, but they don't know how to walk the baby steps to help them get there. Now, I know how easy it is to compare yourself to what you see on social media or to what's being shown to you by your favorite YouTubers, but keep in mind that everyone's minimalism journey is different. The change you want doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort over time, you'll get to where you want to be. One thing I know for sure, though, is that you will never get there if you keep procrastinating. For some additional guidance and support, explore my New to Minimalism playlist and my Minimalist Mindset playlist here on YouTube. More than 100 videos help you navigate all aspects of this journey. Also, consider joining my newsletter for even more value, guidance, tips, and secrets. When you do, I'll send you my core values worksheet and my decluttering checklist. Both are designed to help you take the first step and get a few quick wins along the way. Now, I want to take a moment and thank today's video sponsor, Squarespace. Not only have they been a supporter of this channel and my content for a while, but they're also the platform I've been using to connect and share a lot of my content with you. Squarespace is the place to help you build a beautiful online presence in the form of a website, and their best-in-class templates make it really easy to get up and running in little to no time. So if you're looking to build a website of your own or finally start that business you've been talking about all year, then consider checking them out. Explore squarespace.com for a full list of how they can help you. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/RonaldLBanks and save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Roadblock number 3, not having fun. Changing your life through owning less should be fun. When it's not, then it becomes easier for you to get distracted, lose momentum, and give up. If you think about it, no one gets distracted from hanging out with friends they love. No one gets distracted from watching Netflix or doing something they truly enjoy. So to limit your chances of getting distracted from decluttering, you have to find ways to make it fun. I found that the best way to inject fun into your minimalism journey is to turn it into a game or challenge. As an example, you can play Jenga, and every block corresponds to a task you have to do. Or there's decluttering bingo. As you complete a certain task, you mark that spot on your bingo card. The first to get 5 in a row wins. Now, if you prefer something a little less game-ish, then there's a trash bag tangle. Grab a bag, set a timer for 10 minutes, and challenge yourself to fill up that bag with items you want to declutter. There's also the minimalism game. This challenge takes place over the course of a month where you purge the number of items equal to your challenge day. On day 1, you declutter 1 item. On day 2, 2 items. On day 3, 3 items, and so on. Remember, the goal is to have fun by turning a mundane task like decluttering into a game or challenge that you actually look forward to doing. Roadblock number 4, comparison. Don't let social media or your favorite YouTubers, including myself, influence your perception of minimalism to the point that you feel like you're incapable of owning less yourself. This comparative nature we have as humans is unavoidable, but you do have the power to control how often and to what extent you do it. A few quick tips to help you along the way would be: 1, become aware of and avoid your triggers. If there's a specific person or account on social media that you're constantly comparing yourself to, then distance yourself from them and unfollow. It's much better to keep your sanity than to always feel like you won't be good enough every time you see them. And number 2 is a reminder to put life into perspective. You can't compare your life to someone else's highlight, and their outsides are not meant to match your insides. Roadblock number 5, a lack of motivation. I get it. Sometimes the idea of decluttering can create a sense of overwhelm, and that in itself might be all it takes to knock you off track before you really get a chance to get started. At the beginning of this conversation, I mentioned how the difficulties you're facing as you progress towards minimalism might not be due to a lack of motivation. Well, I'm going to contradict myself here for a second and say if all else fails, then it might be you. By that, I mean you're simply not motivated. So to help you turn this ship around, I want you to try something. Stop decluttering. Hit pause for a week or two and give yourself some time to reset. Realign with your values and goals. Again, check out my core values worksheet linked in the description below, because when your why is clear, the how tends to take care of itself. I hope I shared something with you that gave you something to think about in regards to your minimalist journey. And if so, comment below what that was and why. I'd love to continue this conversation with you. Keep growing, keep learning, and always stay true to you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.